And the IBF rules in this championship fight are...
And these are rules that the WBC agreed to. No 3 knockdown, no standing 8. The judges will score, no referee scoring. 10-point must, of course. The referee can stop the fight. The fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round.
So that's the way it all sizes up, this battle for both the WBC and the IBF Light Flyweight Championship. Let's get to it now with Michael Buck. Michael?
Ladies and gentlemen, will everyone please rise for the respective national anthems of the two fighters in the ring. First, to sing the national anthem of the Dominican Republic. He's from Arizona. He's an award-winning songwriter. Let's have a hand for Manny Simo.
Quisqueyanos valientes alcemos nuestro canto con viva emoción y del mundo a la paz ostentemos nuestro invicto glorioso pedón. Salve el pueblo que intrépido y fuerte a la guerra a morir se lanzó. Cuando en bélico reto de muerte nuestras cadenas de esclavo rompió. Ningún pueblo ser libre merece si es esclavo indolente y servil, si en su pecho la llama no crece que templó el heroísmo viril. Más Quisqueya la indómita y brava, siempre altiva la frente alzará, que si fuere 1000 veces esclava, otras tantas ser libre sabrá.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, to sing the national anthem of the United States of America, a gentleman who is no stranger to a boxing ring. He's a 5-time Gold Glove champion, Julian Michaels.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch with so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare goes on bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. God bless America!
Good job, good job.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated, in association with the undisputed, undefeated King of Beers, Budweiser, proud to be your bud, present the featured bout of the evening. This bout is sanctioned by the Arizona State Boxing Commission, Chairman Buzz Alston, Commissioners Maurice Dale and Philip Gagel, Executive Director John Montano. Our physicians in attendance, Dr. Mark Siegel, Dr. Charles Howard, and Dr. Ralph Smith, The timekeeper is Jim Ackerman. Counting for the knockdown seconds, Sam Munoz. This contest is also sanctioned by the International Boxing Federation, supervisor in attendance, Mike Cusimano. And by the World Boxing Council, supervisor at ringside, Bob Buzzy. The 3 judges assigned to score this bout on a 10-point must system will be Howard Ritchie, Paul Gibbs, and Ray Solis. And now, ladies and gentlemen, before we get started, this bout is dedicated to the memory of Manuel Carbajal. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from Phoenix, Arizona, let's get ready to rumble! 12 rounds of boxing for the light flyweight championship of the world. When the bell rings, the man in charge of the action, referee Bobby Ferreira. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the black trunks with burgundy letters, weighing in at 108 pounds. He comes to us tonight from Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic. His professional record, an outstanding one. 28 victories, only 1 defeat, 18 KOs. Let's welcome to Phoenix, Arizona, the challenger, ranked number 8 in the world, Domingo Sosa. And across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the white trunks with red trim, weighing in also at an even 108 pounds. His professional record, 29-0, 17 KOs. From right here in Phoenix, Arizona, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the light flyweight champion of the world, Las Manitas de Piedra, Michael Carbajal.
I already gave you guys the instructions. You know the rules. I expect a clean, tough fight. Shake hands. Good luck to both of you.
So we are set to go in this WBC and IBF Light Flyweight Championship. Here is a look at Domingo Sosa, who has been made to cool his heels for a long time here. And remember, Michael Carbajal told us that he was going to try to get out of the blocks a little bit quicker. But interesting to see how he reacts in his first round, because it is conceivable that Sosa could have cooled his heels for a little bit long, although it didn't look like it.
Carbajal has been known to have some slow starts in the first 3 or 4 rounds in many of his fights. The one notable exception was the last time he fought in this arena against Robinson Cuesta. And there have been many, many criticisms of Carbajal, even though he kept winning, that maybe things had slowed for him. And when he got Cuesta in the ring, he took it all out on him from the get-go.
Again, we talked about the great ones being great finishers, and Michael Carbajal falls into that category. This is by no means to demean the opponent. He was a quality opponent, Domingo Sosa. We just don't know as much about Sosa because of the fact that he has fought all his fights, with one exception, in either the Caribbean, South America, or Europe.
And against Chiquita Gonzalez, the former champion, he had his moments in that bout. Though Gonzalez was penalized 4 points for low blows, and so that tells you Gonzalez ended up winning the fight anyway. He had kind of a lopsided win, but Sosa had his moments in that fight.
Sosa was also warned on numerous occasions, although he didn't lose any points, for grabbing behind the neck.
Already a warning for low blows for Sosa from Bobby Ferreira.
Come on.
It's just a fact about Michael Carbajal that in the first couple of rounds, he's just not quite as sharp. And against Gonzalez, he got knocked down in the second round. There you see the combinations of Sosa.
But they were all caught in the gloves of Carbajal.
Yes, but you can see that he's the kind of fighter who can throw them and throw them. Oh, my.
Right hand, and he's holding on. Now we talked about what a finisher he is, and Carbajal now will have a chance.
Good body. Look at that move where he threw the body punch and then moved to the right.
And an uppercut from Carbajal also gets there, and Sosa holds on.
Michael Carbajal has become a guy that hurts you with one punch. Oh.
Left hand, and that rocked him, and he's down. And he is on uneasy legs.
He's never been down, ever, as a pro.
And he's got a long way to go in this round. He still has no legs. Carbajal can finish him with one punch. There's a right hand. He's in trouble again.
No 3 knockdown rule in effect.
2 body shots. He missed with a left. There's a left hand that gets there. A right hand. Sosa just trying to keep moving. Now tries to punch off the ropes.
And Carbajal doing a good job of going to the body.
Sosa's punches are just pawing punches right now. Still 15 seconds. Great uppercut.
Beautiful combination by Carbajal. Let's give Sosa credit. Fighting back, even though he's taking a huge amount of punishment.
Good right hand again. We're going to go into the corner of Sosa. If he gets through the round, he took a huge left hand again.
These will be the longest 5 seconds of his life for Domingo Sosa. I tell you, what we've had tonight, it's been short, it's been exciting.
Really has. We're in Sosa's corner, and Fernando Paramo is there and will translate.
They're asking him if he's okay. They're telling him to move away, not to play with him. They're telling him to move. Don't fight with him. Don't get to him in the infighting right now.
Well, moving is an excellent idea. Here's the first knockdown. The right hand, he told us, Danny Carbajal had looked at the films of Sosa and said, you will hit him with the right hand, and boy, he did it early in the first round. And Sosa took some huge shots. Michael Carbajal doing some excellent work on the inside, going to both the body and the head.
I'll tell you, you and I have talked about this on numerous occasions, but if Danny Carvajal's name wasn't Carbajal, he'd be getting great recognition as a trainer. He is a wonderful trainer.
Good right hand by Sosa there.
Comes out battling, doing exactly what his corner told him not to do.
Yeah, of course. Look at the Carbajal, over 50%, and many of those 36 were used. Now there, Sosa does a nice job of getting off the rope. Sosa had never been down as a pro. He's been in against some bangers, including Gonzalez. He's done a remarkable job of just hanging in there.
Probably a good idea for him just to stay out of harm's way this round. And a second warning for low blows to Sosa.
Like he needs more trouble.
Another low blow.
Bad cut, but it's on the forehead of Michael Carbajal.
Might have been a headbutt, too.
Yeah. It's in an odd spot, not a place you'd expect the fight to be stopped. And of course, why does he have that cut? Because he's got no hair there.
That's true. That's very true. Carvajal's right hand, that shook Sosa. I'm sure Carbajal sees the blood, doesn't know where it's coming from, and I'm sure he's got to be a little bit concerned about it until he gets to the corner, and I'm sure Danny will tell him, don't worry about it.
Now, the interesting thing here is for Carbajal, if he comes in too wildly, Sosa can counter him, so he's got to be a little careful here. Sosa's gotten the rhythm of countering Carbajal a little bit.
Now, the thing about that cut is blood can get into the eye. It isn't over the eye. Well, it is over the eye, figuratively speaking, but it's way up on the head.
Yeah, the vision could be a big problem for Carbajal because the blood is dripping in there.
Head cuts, of course, bleed a great deal. And your point is really well taken. I was kidding about his hair. If he had hair there, he probably wouldn't have been cut.
And they came for a clash of heads, there's no question. Sosa's really doing the right thing here by keeping him in close as possible, holding on to him, laying on him. He may get a point of taking away eventually for doing it. At this point, he doesn't care.
And they're going to look at this cut, I believe. Yes, they are.
Well, it's way up on the scalp. Very unlikely they would stop the fight as a result. However, it is creating a lot of blood. And you know what? It's going to have to be a very bad cut to stop it here.
It's way up on his head. I saw the butt.
Is he okay? Okay.
They say he's fine.
You heard the doctor say, I saw the butt. It's way up on his head.
There was another headbutt right there.
Yeah, well, that time I thought Carbajal initiated the headbutt. Good for him.
I think so, too, to tell you the truth.
And I think that was his way of payback, saying, I can do that, too. Huge hook by Carbajal. Well, he wants him now, doesn't he?
And Sosa just trying to stay out of the way. Still 30 seconds left. These rounds feel like they're 5 minutes long.
Think how they feel to Sosa.
Yeah. I'm sure Carbajal at this point, though, would be just as glad to see this round end to get that cut worked on.
Sosa ranked number 6 by the WBC. We said he was a worthy challenger, and in a way he's showing it just by hanging in there with Carbajal and really having some pretty good moments.
There was a good uppercut. The punch before that drove Sosa into the ropes was not such a good punch. We're going to take you into Carvajal's corner at the end of this round, and there's the bell. They got some work to do here.
Oh, that's big, Doc. Call the doctor up here. Man, hold on. Look at that. Hold on, Danny. Danny, hold on, Danny. Pierde mucha sangre. Mira, look at that, Doc.
No, it's a big cut.
I think Danny Carbajal wants this fight stopped.
Yeah, he feels that they saw the butt and it would be a clash of heads. It would end up being a technical draw.
I'm sure, okay?
And you know what? He's worried about his fighter and his brother. Well, they both, you know what? That was not initiated, though, by Sosa. That was an accidental clash of heads.
Yes, it was. And in fact, again, if anybody started that, it could have been Carbajal.
Yeah, so it's not that the decision should go to Carbajal, but if they stopped it right now, it would be a technical draw. However, if they go past 3 rounds here, it will end, and a clash of heads would stop the cut. They'll go to the scorecards. Carbajal would certainly be ahead.
Yes. Numbers through 2 rounds. Carbajal, as you see, with a huge edge. It's really interesting, Danny Carvajal's comments. Good left hand from Carbajal.
Well, in truth, he should really want this fight to go 1 more round.
Yeah, but your point is well taken. He's worried about the man, not the fighter.
That's true. Well, I've got it this way. Carbajal winning 2017 with the big first round. So, from my standpoint, he's way ahead right now, and I'm sure that's true with the judges as well. Carbajal looking to load up on that hook. Bobby Ferrer with another warning, Sosa to the low blows. I didn't see that.
Good right hand, big right hand. And Sosa again is hurt. And now Carbajal will jump right on him, and he's got a long way to go. Michael Carbajal would like this over right now.
He's looking to land it off. He's looking for the right hand, and meanwhile taking the left hook when it's available.
And it was available, and then he did come back with a right hand too. Sosa still, as you see, with rubbery legs. An uppercut, Sosa pinned on the ropes again. Left hand from Carbajal, and another left.
Michael Carbajal is as complete an offensive fighter as you'd ever want to see in any weight division. Look at him work the body, the uppercut, the variety of punches. If you watch him, look at that combination. There's not much offensively he can't do.
Both hands, there's the uppercut again.
He is punishing Sosa with those body punches.
Missed with that uppercut. Still looking, I believe, to set up the right hand. He just wants that left hand of Sosa to come down a little bit. There's the uppercut again.
Look at him work the body and the head. Domingo Sosa taking a tremendous beating here. And the power of Sosa, not anything that's affecting Carbajal.
Another left hand from Carbajal. And a combination set up by the right again shakes Sosa's. There's a right hand with a left right behind it.
Not many can take these kind of power shots from Carbajal. It's unlikely Sosa can stay standing.
Still a ways to go. Coming down toward 35 seconds left, round 3.
There's always drama in a Carbajal fight, whether it's a cut or a knockdown or something. He's always forced to come back from adversity.
And he has the heart of a lion. There is no question about it. In fact, when we talked to him about the Gonzalez fight, he said that's what he proved to himself more than anything else was that he had the champion's heart. And he does.
And you know, the vision of that right eye can't be good for Carbajal. It's bleeding right into his right eye. Blood,
Double left hand, and again Sosa in trouble. Right hand behind it. Carbajal missed with 2 shots as Sosa ducked under him. And that cut is getting worse. And a double right hand at the bell.
I'll tell you what, the blood is everywhere, and they might have a very good case in stopping this fight now.
I believe they're going to stop this fight.
Okay, all right. Then my head on card. All right. Put this one in there.
We assume.
Okay.
That is a nasty, nasty cut.
Oh, no way they can stop that.
Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Dr. Skull.
Close your eyes.
Try one more round.
Close your eyes, Michael. Close your eyes.
Try one more round.
That is a very bad cut.
Now, here in the last round, Carbajal whacking him with rights and lefts. The right hand, a big punch for him. And also his heads are banging in there. I'll tell you, we have not seen any official ruling that it was from a clash of heads. We know it was. The doctor said it was. The referee didn't rule it. We assume he has, though. It's just we haven't seen it.
That is a terrible cut. That's as bad a cut as I've seen in 17 years of doing this sport.
And you know what? You know what this is all about here? They're really just giving Carbajal a chance. Well, this is almost academic. The point being taken away for, for low blows. They're really giving Michael Carbajal a chance to knock him out right now. They're saying one more round. They know what the outcome is. They know that if they go to the scorecards, it's very unlikely Sosa could be winning.
Can't. There was another clash of heads, incidentally.
So they want to give Carbajal one more round to give the people here and himself what he wants, which is a knockout.
I'll tell you, though, I've always been a big fan of Danny Carvajal's, and after tonight, I'm even a bigger fan because I really like the idea that he's worried about Michael Carbajal, the brother.
Absolutely, and the man.
And the man.
Whether it would be whoever he would be training. Another point. One more and he may disqualify Sosa, which I hope doesn't happen because that would look like just an excuse to end this fight to a lot of people. I'm not saying it would be that. We may not see Sosa throw another body shot. I wouldn't if I was him for a while.
This is going to be the last round of the fight no matter what happens.
Yes, I'm sure of that. And that will have nothing to do with the fact that this fight is in Phoenix.
No.
Big hook by Carbajal. Carbajal has thrown fewer punches in this round. He may even have the sense that it's going to end after this round. Sure, he would love to knock Sosa out. How did Sosa stay up there through those barrages?
And the other thing about Michael Carbajal, he doesn't waste any punches. When he gets a man in trouble, he's not careless.
You know, I think that, big
left hand.
Huge right.
Right hand from Carbajal, and Sosa's hurt again. Left hand, and he's in trouble. Right hand, and he's still up. I don't know how. Carbajal measures him, hits him with another right, a right to the body. I don't know how Sosa is remaining on his feet. He's in serious trouble here.
I mean, these are home run balls. What a good move by Carbajal, stepping off to his left. They could make a case for stopping this fight after this round in any case. Sosa taking an enormous beating.
Well, the amazing thing is that cut isn't bleeding that much anymore. I don't know how they did it because you saw what a terrible cut it is.
It's not just that Carvajal's landing shots. He's landing huge shots. The kind that normally knock guys out in this division for him. Got to give Sosa credit for hanging in there. This 29-year-old who has been down only once in his career.
And now it's going to be over. He just jumped right on him. Miguel Diaz is about to jump into the ring here and end this thing officially. Sosa's out on his feet. And somehow got through that round. I'm certain that they're not going to let this go any further.
Domingo, si tú quieres paramos la pelea, ¿eh?
Este se acabó. Domingo. Este viene el comer.
They're telling them that they're asking them if they won, they will stop the fight. If Sosa won, they will stop the fight. He says they also want to go one more round. They're telling them to just go ahead and box, take it easy. But they did in fact ask us.
Well, one more round. In fact, Sosa looking at his corner and taking huge shots. Carbajal has landed 72% of his power punches through round 4. Amazing.
Truly remarkable. And Miguel Diaz, we said, was on the ring apron, ready to step in. So now it is Sosa's corner that wants to go another round. Incidentally, Danny Carbajal was still pleading his case to stop this thing, and you can see how lopsided it is. And remember also, 2 points were deducted from Sosa in that last round. There's no way Sosa can win this fight. and I don't often say that, but there's a left hand, and that knocks Sosa back into the rope. Sosa has absolutely nothing left. Right hand right on the button. Sosa just absorbing a huge beating.
Excuse me, Bert. I think you can make a huge case for this fight being stopped. Jay Edson is up on the ring apron because the corner of Sosa jumped in and said, enough is enough.
And enough is enough.
You know, this young man, every time he steps in the ring, creates high drama. Again tonight, the cut, which truthfully, this is ironic, was caused mostly by that haircut. I have to tell you, I could be wrong, but don't you think if he had a little more hair there, he wouldn't have been cut?
Yeah. I mean, it would act as a cushion. There's no question about it.
But, so that may be the last time we see the Mohawk look.
I think it will, yeah. I think it will.
And it brought out in Michael Carbajal what we've seen from him so many times before, a tiger.
Yeah, there's no questioning the man's heart. You know, we've been talking all night about the ingredients of the great fighters, and I think we've seen it in two people here tonight. As you look at Sosa, who, although his face doesn't show it, took a major beating.
That is remarkable in and of itself. How could he not be swollen or cut after the amount of punches that he took? And I don't think I've ever seen Michael Carbajal. I've seen him dish out some enormous punishment. I don't think I've ever seen him land so many big punches. Here's an example in the last round. Good jab and straight right hand. Look how he works the body, then steps off in different angles, looking for ways to hit his opponent. A little later in the round, almost looks like a replay of that. This is the ending portion of the fight where he's got him in trouble, landing a big left hook. At that point, his cornermen, you can see them coming in, had stepped in, and Bobby Ferreira stopped the fight.
And wisely so. I truly believe the fight should have been stopped before that round started. However, that's a moot point. In this case, let's get the official word from Michael Buffett.
Referee Bobby Ferreira calls a halt to the bout at 48 seconds of round number 5. The winner by technical knockout, victory number 30. His 18th KO for the young man who lays claim to being pound for pound the best fighter in the world today. Still, the light flyweight champion of the world, Las Maestas de Piedra, Michael Carbajal.
So Michael Carbajal is the champion once more. As we go back and take a look at what really could have been a turning point in this fight. As it turned out, the cut was not really a factor in the fight. It was caused by a headbutt, I believe, in the second round. And it is a nasty cut, as you can see. As bad as I have seen. Missed that shot, and then missed the shot with the left hand and crashed heads with him. And you can see Carbajal right at that point realizing what had happened. And it was a very, very serious cut. And right now, Michael Carbajal's with Al Bernstein. Let's go up to the center of the ring. Al?
Thank you, Barry. You know, I made a point here. Danny Carbajal shows his cleverness. Michael's brother. I was worried about them cutting the gloves off. I said, you know, they might cut him. Danny says he's got a cut already. Yeah, I guess so. That came from a clash of heads, Michael, early in the bout.
Yeah, it was a clash of heads. Right after I felt that, I said, oh, that blood was dripping hard. But I knew it was on top of my head, so I didn't really worry about it too much. But once in a while, a big gush of blood would get into my eye, and I couldn't see.
Now, I have to ask you this right off the bat. Maybe we won't see this haircut again. I don't think you'd have had that cut if you would have had a regular haircut.
I know.
I hate to be a critic.
They were just talking about it. I said, man, I like this haircut. Why do I have to let my hair grow again? So I told them it's just a coincidence. But, okay, you know, they want me to grow my hair back, so I'm going to grow it back.
I'll tell you what, I'll let you and Danny hash that one out. But all seriousness, though, an excellent performance by you. He was a fighter who took an incredible amount of punishment. Were you surprised he was still standing?
Yes, I was very surprised, man. It seemed like he was just on instinct through the next 3-4 rounds. That guy didn't want to go down. He had a lot of heart, and he could take a good punch. because all landed was some body shots.
Oh, yeah.
And some good punches, and he wouldn't go down.
All right, let's take a look at it over here, Michael, and we'll see, I think, one of the knockdown when you sent him down. As we take a peek here, you'll see some of the good work you did.
Oh, yeah, good hook to the body. Another one. I was just waiting because I could see him open right there. And blam, I landed that hook. And then he wobbled and he went down on his knee. And he got up and he was very strong. But he was taking a very, very bad beating. And I knew sooner or later they're going to have to stop it.
You landed something over 70% of your power punches in this fight. Even for you, that's a lot.
Oh, yes. You know, I've been working real hard. My dad, hey.
He's proud of you now.
And, hey, this is for him, my family, and the main thing for myself, as my dad always told me, you win for yourself and you be relaxed. And I was that.
Another son that your dad, if you're around today, and I'm sure he was very proud of, your brother Danny. Danny, two things. First, you have to be commended for your concern for Michael. You were worried more about him as a human being because of that cut instead of the outcome of this fight.
Yeah, because, you know, there was a lot of blood coming out, and we could control it, but Sosa was intentionally rubbing it, and you know, well, that's part of the game. But for me, I was concerned about, I didn't want him to lose too much blood, because if this would have continued, it weakens you.
Sure.
And for him to have to do that, it's not worth it.
No. Now, you told him that he could land the right hand coming into this fight, and by golly, in the first round, there it was.
There it was. He listens, he does good, he looks for the openings.
He does pretty good.
Oh, he does great, man. I couldn't have, well, this is great.
What is next for him?
Well, they're talking about Gonzalez, and, you know, if that happens, we're ready, if they're ready. And I want to say something. HBO, you guys are losing out on the best fighter there is today.
All right, listen there. I think Bob Arum wants to make an announcement. Let's see if we can part the Red Sea and get him in here real quick. Oh, he's going to make it on the house, so we'll check in here.
Bob Arum, we've got some very special words.
I want to thank all you fans, great fans in Phoenix, for coming out here tonight. Last year,